Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida.
Well, welcome to another great episode of Hooked on the Palm Beaches. We've got a typical, glorious South Florida day. We're at the Palm Beach Inlet with Captain Greg Bogdan and Tom Twyford. We've got a double header on already. The guys are catching some great jacks. We've got some boys on the boat. It's going to be a great episode. Stay with us. There he comes up. Woo, look at that. Pretty fish.
We got a big one, boys!
I don't think it gets any better than this.
I just cannot believe how many fish there are here.
This is why you come here. This is why we do what we do. Off of Palm Beach, bro. This is the kind of Jurassic Park stuff that lives out here. Woo! We did it, fella.
It blows me away the fishing opportunities that we have in and around Palm Beach County.
Some of the best game fishing that you can have in the entire world.
Just picking up our live bait for the day. Put your happy face on, Scott.
This is a tradition of Palm Beach Inlet. So you've got to go get your bait before you head out fishing, and you just load it up with some nice goggle eyes, along with some other bait that Cap caught earlier. What a gorgeous day. We're heading out into the deep.
This inlet's a very unique spot in that it's very deep. You know, you go south of us, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, they have pretty deep inlets. So we have the volume of water that comes in and out of here in our proximity to the Gulf Stream and the drop off on the edge. You get fish that come in here that you would never see in any other inlet. I mean, I've caught 50 sailfish right here, caught big kingfish, caught blackfin tunas and dolphin and cobias. I mean, you can catch just about anything that swims out here in this inlet at one time or another. Little bonitas. Good sign.
Little jack.
Little Spanish jumping. Oh, I love fishing with kids. Not only are they future customers, but it's just fun. Most of the kids that come on the boat, they're just happy to catch anything and everything. But it's neat, you know, sometimes you get an adult that, you know, all they want to do is catch one kind of fish. You know, nothing else matters than, you know, a sailfish or, you know, whatever they want to catch. When I still, to this day, enjoy catching everything, whether it's a jack or snapper, you know, I really do enjoy fishing for all the fish that are out here. So it's cool with the kids because they're excited to catch anything. It makes it fun, definitely. I do a lot of charters with families and I always enjoy it.
Cast in there, dude, cast.
All right, get ready to throw it in there.
Cast in there, you'll catch one. You can see him on the surface.
Oh yeah.
Go, go.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida. And by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And by Pelagic high-performance offshore gear.
This inlet is infested with like really big fish. I mean, there's multiple spots inside here. You can catch a big Goliath grouper. You can catch, at this time of the year, there's tons of bull sharks in here. So as far as the kids go, like they're having a lot of action and fun, but they can still catch something really big. Little silky shark.
Well, we just started and we must have caught a dozen fish already. Everything ranging from nice sized little jacks to blue runners, just caught a little shark as well. And just such a gorgeous day. There's bait flying everywhere. There's jacks crashing to these schools of bait. And we just had a wonderful morning right at the inlet. And now we're heading offshore to get in the meat.
We're gonna go offshore here out to the edge. It's about 1.5 miles offshore. Put a couple live baits out and do some bottom fishing. And we'll put some baits on the bottom and see if we can catch some snappers.
Joseph's in the meat.
Right on the edge here, I mean on the surface you can catch a kingfish, dolphin, sailfish. Down towards the bottom there's some cobias and snappers, groupers. And then all kinds of other reef fish, you know, porgies and trigger fish and grunts and all that kind of stuff. So we're fishing a couple baits on the bottom and then a couple up on the surface and kind of fish for everything at the same time. All right, so you'll feel like the tap, tap, tap. Let him eat it for a second. And then when he really starts pulling it, you set the hook.
Oh, the yellowtail.
There you go.
Nice yellowtail.
You take 10 more of those.
I can see a fish dinner in my future. Good stuff.
A nice yellowtail snapper here. Look at the beautiful colors on this fish. Nice oranges, reds, yellows, and delightful meat. I think we're going to keep this one, have him for dinner.
So this is a mutton. Right now they just changed the regulations where in state waters they have to be 18 inches, but it's still 16 inches in federal water. So if you're 3 miles off the beach, you can keep that guy. But we're gonna get him back in the water here quick. Oh, squirrelfish. We catch 3 or 4 different species of porgies out here. They're all pretty good to eat. The guy's a little small, let him go.
It's just fantastic to see the diversity of sea life out here on these reefs. This is a prime example of a fishery that's really well maintained. The boys are catching squirrelfish. We're getting some yellowtail snapper. Just caught a mutton snapper. Just amazing the variety of sea life out here.
Ah, the unicorn file. And Tom's got a mangrove snapper.
That's a gray snapper, a mangrove snapper out here on the reef. Little sandwich size.
Unicorn file fish. They're actually pretty tasty. White meat. They eat all the crabs and the shrimp out of the sargassum on the surface. A lot of times you'll see them up on top. But this is the infamous bait stealer out here. You know, there's days where there's thousands of these and, you know, it's hard to even get a bait down to the bottom, but we'll let this guy go. I think we've caught 10 different kinds of fish. We had blue runner, barjack, jack crevalle, caught 3 different kinds of snappers, mangroves, yellowtails, mutton, squirrelfish, unicorn file, shark. I mean, the nice thing with fishing here is, you know, there's something good to catch all year long. Spring and summer, we get a lot of really big tarpon on the beach, big schools of snook in the inlet, lots of jack crevalles. You could catch a sailfish at any time during the year here, but it's a little better coming into this time of the year when it gets a little cooler. And then we start getting cobias on the beach. All the black tips and spinner sharks show up on the beach here in another month. So we got some great action both close to shore and offshore as well.
On this week's hotspot, we're heading up to the north end of the Palm Beaches to Pine Glades Natural Area. Pine Glades Natural Area is a natural area that was just opened about 3 years ago, and the access to the fishing there is right next to the parking lot. You can fish from the shore. You can also hop in a canoe or kayak and paddle around about 60 acres of deeper water lakes, and these are connected with deeper wetland areas. So a lot of great habitat for bass fishing, some big largemouths coming out of there, also all your panfish, a lot of stuff to keep the kids entertained, and all this while you're getting to look out on a vista of a massive wetland restoration project, wading birds and all kinds of wildlife all over. Make sure you go check out Pine Glades Natural Area.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida. And by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And by Pelagic high-performance offshore gear.
So Tom, tell me about the West Palm Beach Fishing Club.
Well, it's a storied club as far as fishing clubs go. It's one of the oldest fishing clubs in America. We have a little over 1,300 members, and it's a lot more than just a fishing club. It's so much more than just a fishing club. It's a very unique institution. It's been around since the early 1930s. It's actually one of the oldest and largest fishing clubs in America. It was recently added to the National Register of Historic Places, and it's a special place. And so in addition to doing fishing club things like annual contests or trophy competitions or fishing tournaments, we also do a lot of things that benefit the local community way beyond just our own membership. So one of the really cool things about the club is its storied history. And we run the oldest sail fishing tournament in the world. It's called the Silver Sailfish Derby, and it's a very, very popular event. It's an all-release sail fishing competition. And in fact, the Derby is one of the tournaments that is really responsible for innovating the whole catch-and-release ethic for pelagic fish like sailfish. And in fact, the Red Release Pennant was founded here at the West Palm Beach Fishing Club in 1938, and it signifies a sailfish release. So when somebody goes out there and catches a fish and lets it go, they fly a little red pennant or a sailfish flag. And the whole concept of that started here at the Fishing Club in the 1930s to promote billfish conservation, and it's one of the fishing club's greatest conservation legacies. Part of why the club was founded was to promote the region through this incredible sailfish migration that we experience each winter. And so that's what really prompted the beginning of the Silver Sailfish Derby, and since the 1930s it has attracted some of the world's best anglers, captains, crews, and boats to the region. A lot of the reason for that is the incredible traditions that are associated with the Silver Sailfish Derby. And so winning the top trophy, the Ray Trophy in the Silver Sailfish Derby, or being the top boat in the Silver Sailfish Derby, comes with a great deal of pride. The Ray Trophy is really one of the crown jewels of bill fishing around the world. It's the oldest sail fishing trophy in the world, and for those who have won it, it's a pretty special thing. What makes the Derby unique is we take advantage of this winter migration, and kind of all things conspire here off of Palm Beach County, which makes it such a popular sail fishing destination. Our proximity to the Gulf Stream current is as close as it gets to the eastern seaboard. And so the peak winter season, end of December, early January, when the Silver Sailfish Derby takes place, is prime time to be out there. And sometimes the numbers of fish that are caught and released go into the double digits for some boats. Some boats catch 20, 30 sailfish in the event. I think the tournament record is something like 53 sailfish releases in 3 days of tournament sailfishing. And there's just not that many places in the world where you can have that kind of incredible activity on sailfish and that kind of excitement. It doesn't always happen that way, but when we get the cold fronts and all the conditions kind of conspire, Palm Beach County is the prime place to be to catch a sailfish. You know, there's not many places in the world where a fishing club has endured the test of time, but it has here because of the unique fishing opportunities that exist in Palm Beach County. You know, to the west we have Lake Okeechobee, one of the most famous bass fishing holes in the world, and to the east the Gulf Stream current doesn't come any closer than right here off the shores of Palm Beach County. And then of course we have all these freshwater lakes and canals, and so it makes Palm Beach County very uniquely situated for tremendous opportunities for fishing for a wide variety of species, freshwater to saltwater to offshore pelagic fish. So one of the things that we're really engaged in the community is trying to keep the next generation of angler excited about fishing in the outdoors. You know, in this digital world we live in, it's really hard to keep kids engaged in the outdoors. And so we do a lot of programming that helps keep kids excited about fishing and being out on the water. Every summer we do an annual kids fishing program for underprivileged kids. Thousands and thousands of kids have participated in this program through the years. And it's an introduction to saltwater fishing. Some of the kids that participate have never been on the ocean before or even seen the ocean or caught a saltwater fish. And so we've been doing that for 30 years. We've taken over 13,000 kids through the program, introducing them to fishing, and they all get to go home with a brand new rod and reel. So we really try to give back. And so by being a member of the club, you're supporting a lot of these community initiatives that benefit everyone. If you're ever in town, stop by the West Palm Beach Fishing Club. It's like a fishing museum, and it's open to the public generally Monday through Friday. And we have monthly seminars, usually a couple a month. And so not only will you learn how to be a better fisherman, but you'll also walk away with some good conservation tips and how to take care of the resource. Marine conservation conservation is a really big part of the West Palm Beach Fishing Club's identity and has been for over 80 years. We started the artificial reef program in the 1960s, and Palm Beach County has taken it to a whole new level, not only on just artificial reefs, but inshore enhancement. And one of our most recent innovations is a program that we launched recently called the Reef Dart Project. And we are developing a methodology by which we can deploy concrete utility poles that end up in a vertical orientation on the sea floor. And why that's important is that marine fish really love anything that has a lot of vertical profile in the water column. And it attracts all kinds of fish, from bait fish to even pelagic fish like tuna and sailfish. And so we're really excited about developing this methodology. We've had a lot of success with some of our initial prototypes, and we are really developing a template for other coastal communities to mirror and build marine habitat for a wide variety of fish in their waters. So come to Palm Beach County and get hooked on the Palm Beaches.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida. And by Engel Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And by Pelagic High-Performance Offshore Gear.
The Gulf Stream comes closest to the United States right here in Palm Beach County. If you're looking to hit the high seas for a great day of fishing but don't have a boat, check out the affordable daily fishing excursions aboard the many drift fishing fleets. With professional crews and everything included, and over 20 species of fish to be caught, including snapper, mackerel, and cobia, you can bend a rod and come home with dinner without breaking the bank.
I'm hooked on the Palm Beaches.
I got a nice yellowtail. That's the spot right there. Look at that.
We're gonna make one more drift out here so we can catch another yellowtail or two, and then we're gonna go into the inlet and just use jigs and shrimp and get the kids into some more action.
Nice jack here.
So we had a catfish, a ladyfish. Just let it be like a 5-pound permit. There you go. There you go. Jack Crevalle. Go grow up. Good action in here.
There is.
Big Jack Crevalle.
That one's a little bigger.
That color.
How many of these have we caught in our lives?
Yeah. Rods are doubled up.
They're in the meat.
Woohoo! Got a bend in that rod now. Having to lean into it. I love it. On fire.
Have you seen it yet? Are we leaving?
There you go. Good little workout.
Are we leaving? He's so bummed.
Well, we're just fishing the mouth of the inlet here, finishing up our day and get a little more action. These jacks are everywhere, along with a bunch of other fish. The last drift we had a catfish, a ladyfish, and a big jack all at the same time. These guys get big. This inlet holds some of the biggest jacks there are. A lot of world record crevalles in here, and 40 to 50 pounds. But that's about the average size fish, I would say, is in that 5 to 12 pound class. And there's times when there's schools of literally thousands of them. So a lot of fun on the fly rod. These really light spinning rods, they put up a great fight. Super family action when everybody just wants to come out and catch a bunch of fish. You can pretty much guarantee it. It's a great action almost every single day.
He's got a big fish.
Who's fighting who? It's a good way to end the day, right?
Oh, it's a big jack. Jeez, it's a giant. Oh, this is a giant jack.
He's still got some kick to him.
Oh,
He's still fighting.
Oh, it's a beaut.
Great fighters, pound for pound,
Yeah.
one of the stronger fighting fish around. Let's go right in. Got it?
Got it.
All right. And as I said before, sometimes these things are in, like you just saw, we had 3 or 4 on every single drift. I mean, there's times when they're in here by the thousands.
Beautiful fish. Look at that. Beautiful Jack Crevalle. We've got another one on. Osmay's got one on the back. This is great fun, great family fun on the water. Beautiful fish.
In the meat.
You know, just in a half-day trip, we've probably caught 12 or 13 different kinds of fish. This area is really productive, like very good action, a lot of bites. Catch 2 or 3 fish at a time, so everybody's in the action. And then offshore, we caught some dinner. So we're looking good. We got some food and had some fun.
Oh, this is amazing. You know, Palm Beach County, the diversity is so incredible. Last week we had the great privilege of being out on Lake Okeechobee with Breezy Macmillan and my girls, my daughter and her friend, and they just catching black bass one after the other. And here we are at Palm Beach Inlet. I've now brought my son out and his 2 friends, and they're just having an absolute fantastic time. Tune in next year for another great season of Hooked on the Palm Beaches. It's been great having you, and you guys at home, get out on the water. Oh, he's getting schooled.
Get hooked on the Palm Beaches.